Just going back to green flag racing here at Memphis Motorsports Park. It is David Reutimann trying to hold off the aggressive Brad Coleman. And that's the freight train coming down the back straights behind both of them.
We just heard a little while ago, one of the reporters told us that Brad Coleman said, I didn't mean to spin out the 71 car. I just picked up the throttle. He was just a lot slower than me. So he's taking the blame for it. He's apologizing.
Checking in now with the 20 car, J.J. Yaley, as he's one of those guys that doing the double duty. Casey Atwood drove the car during practice.
And that car was very good. Right here, you're going into turn 3. It looks like a slinky closing up. Boy, those guys all get together in a hurry down there.
Yeah, it just looked like that turn gets awful narrow, like you said there, Rand, and you can see where they fight for positions getting down into turn 3. And it looks to be a lot tougher than getting into turn 1.
It is. It's a total different racetrack. Turn 3 is a lot tighter, a lot more aggressive.
Get an update on the 20 car from Alan Beswick.
Yeah, here's a guy that started at the back, and he's just cracked the top 12 now. And you mentioned Casey Atwood, a proven winner in the NASCAR Busch Series, doing the practice and qualifying. I talked to David Rogers, this team's crew chief, earlier today. He said their hopes were sky high that they could win the race from the back. He said, now our luck, we're probably setting ourselves up for disappointment, but they felt like they had car and driver that could win today, even starting last. Vince?
One of the cars that J.J. Yaley is battling with is the 90 of Stephen Light. Light commented a moment ago that every time he gets up to Yaley's door, Yaley slams the door. Now, Light's spotter today is his dad, Russ. Normally it's Buddy Parrott, but he's on the 41 with Clausen. But Russ came over the radio and said, well, put him in the wall if you have to. And now we've got another caution.
And it has come out right there, as it is John Graham in the 37 that has spun it around, coming out of turn number 4. And one of the things, put a period on Stephen Light's situation. When he's getting on the brakes, guys, a lot of tire smoke on that left front.
Well, you have so much travel on these cars. The defender got beat down. I don't think it's going to hurt nothing. It's not on the sidewall of the tire. It's just when he travels the nose, it does get into the defender.
Well, guys, the one thing I see right now, if these guys don't calm down a little bit and start logging laps, it's really hard for a young driver to learn.
That's
if
right.
you can't get enough laps under your belt. Right now, they're wrecking so much, all they're getting is debris on the tires from the restart. That's about it.
It's hard to relax here.
So Brett Rowe will be the Aaron's Lucky Dog winner here during our 6th caution. That's right. 26 of our 60 laps have been under yellow, and our starter's arm is getting tired.
Best Halloween costume ever. Okay. I'm kind of embarrassed.
It's kind of dirty. Man, I'm having trouble remembering that game that long ago.
When I was little, probably my favorite was I was Papa Smurf. That was probably the coolest. I dressed up as one of the Power Rangers. It was cool. I had the gloves and everything. The gloves made noise like you were fighting somebody. It was a lot of fun.
Me and my buddy dressed up as pimps, and we got our girlfriends to dress up as our ladies, and we went out on the town. It was awesome.
I went as a race car driver, wore my dad's uniform that was way too big for me, and his helmet, and that was my favorite, was dressing up as a driver. And, you know, still on the weekends, I still do that quite often. You know, sometimes pose as a race driver.
The part we didn't clarify with Carl was how old was he when he was doing that routine. And there is the pace car still leading, our race leader, David Reutimann. I know what I'm going as for Halloween. I'm going as Rusty Wallace, because whenever we're together, people think I'm him anyway, and it's getting us all confused.
Wow.
I know. It's scary.
Is your mirror lying to you?
Hey, man, when I grew up, I was Zorro.
Were you?
Yeah, I had my sword and everything.
That's awesome. My grandmother used to make me some cool clown outfits.
We're back to green on lap 64. I can't guarantee for how long. It's Reutimann, Coleman, Keller, Franchitti, and Mike Bliss has moved into the top 5, and forget about it. It isn't going to make it one lap. Holy smokes, what are these guys doing today? Bobby East gets turned around.
No yellow yet. There's
no yellow.
Okay, guys, gas it up.
Let them go. All right.
Yeah, I think NASCAR says, you guys go ahead and spin out. We're going to stay racing. This is getting to be ridiculous now. We're not falling for this joke no more, guys.
Yeah, the Halloween trick's on you. Keep racing.
The starter, Kevin Moss, said, man, my arm's tired. Give me a break.
All right, let's show you what happened. Keep an eye on Bobby East, 43.
Got a little loose coming off. It looked like did he have some help with the 5 car?
Maybe. But look at that. Keeps it off the wall. Gets back in the throttle.
He had one of those kick butt energy goodie things.
There you go. Take a look. Here we go. There's Mike Wallace. Goes side by side. And You're on board with J.J. Yaley. He's in 12th. That's Brad Keselowski on the outside.
Who had a very good car. He was also one of the cars that had a good car in long runs. And Stephen Wallace is coming.
He's right there in the 66, and the 90, we are seeing less tire smoke now on Stephen Light's car when he hits the brakes going down the corner.
It looks like a lot of these drivers got their left front fenders bent in from trying to make the pass. On the outside, I saw a couple of them trying to make that, and they've got them all tore up on the inside there. Vince, what are you noticing down there?
What happened with Stephen Light when he came in on his pit stop at lap 39, when he was exiting his pit stop, he actually hit the tire that the tire carrier of the pit stall in front of them had in his hands, and it dinged the left front just about the tire well. And they just came on the radio with Stephen Light a moment ago and said, when you drive it in hard to the corner, we get a little rub. When you're by yourself, it's fine. That could be a problem because there's not going to be much easy on this race today.
Yeah, that's right. You see that smoke going into one. And pit road, Rusty, as we all know, it is so tight. You only have 42 stalls here. They just now got Chase Austin a pit stall.
Yeah, Chase had a pit with the 66 car. They actually sharing the pit. Now he's got a stall. He's starting to move that box in there. But going back to the 90 car, Stephen Lott, Randy, you know, with this fender being bent down on top of the left front tire, you think after a while that tire popping up in the corner will actually knock that fender out of the way, get some clearance.
That's probably, it should. That's right. And I don't think aerodynamically it's going to hurt.
You notice the 16 of Colin Brown getting around Stephen Light. Brown in this ride for Roush Racing, coming over from the sports car ranks. A very aggressive driver. In fact, was actually sat down in that series at one point, and a big opportunity for him.
Absolutely right. There's a lot of guys, you know, that 24-hour dig, I did it the same year Rusty did. And boy, there's some talented drivers in there.
Man, you know, that's where I watched Dario Franchitti for the first time. Run the 24 hours a Daytona, and the guy was bullet fast. And that's where I learned, you know what? He's a serious player. This guy knows how to drive. So we're going to get back to Franchitti later. Dario Franchitti sitting in the 4th position looking good. But right now, Carl Edwards in the 60 car, one of the best guys out there, picked up 26 positions so far, guys. Started dead last in the field, Marty. And what a run to the front Carl's getting right now.
He is up to 13th as he has just gotten around another car and is setting sail towards the front. Brad Keselowski is the next target. Take a look at the points right now. Remember, the magic number is 585. If he has 585 or more, it's his championship.
Yellow's out, turn forward.
We've got another yellow as it is the 40 car of Matt Carter this time that brings out the caution, our 7th so far today.
That's Travis Carter's son.
Yeah, he does a really good job. Won a lot of short track races around the country. He's a great short track racer, so this is you know, this is probably just another one of our small spins. A thing I see about this car, no damage whatsoever.
That's right.
Yeah, I was looking on the right side, looked pretty good, so looks like he'll be able to stay out.
You know, a lot of these drivers have come to Memphis Motorsports Park, to Matt Carter's. Drivers like that who have really wanted to shine on his short track, and I believe it's a good venue for them. But they got to quit wrecking. They'll just like and learn.
Boy,
yeah,
he
you're
gets
right.
turned.
You got to lag laps.
And manages to keep it off the wall. So another great job of salvaging the car after a bad start.
One of the things I was noticing, I was watching the timesheet, and Carl Edwards is running the same speed as the leader.
Well, we're going to step aside here at Memphis Motorsports Park. How long will it take Carl Edwards to get to the front? How long will it take us to get this race in?